And time now to look at the stock market, but there's a bigger market, and Laddie is going to put us through all of it. Our business correspondent, Laddie Williams, joins me now. Hello, Laddie. It's good to see you, and you're looking good, by the way.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's good to see you too. And the market is looking even a little better, at this point, talking about the global markets and the domestic market. But let's start with some market-moving news. At this time, we see Deepseek. Yeah, we're seeing that Deepseek route. That's easing at this point. And I guess investors will be seeking deep, at this time. No pun intended there, because now all of that route we saw on Monday with the likes of NVIDIA dumping hard yesterday on that news that this Chinese AI platform, they're able to develop cheaper than the likes of NVIDIA and the big guns out there. So all of that, investors reacted immediately, and some would say investors maybe overreacted, on Monday with the sell-offs we saw with NVIDIA having the largest single day loss for its market cap on that day. So we're seeing all of that ease right now. Chinese stocks getting back up. We're seeing tech stocks in the US also, easing at this time. Then big news, we're seeing Microsoft there, Microsoft's OpenAI, and they're investigating Deepseek to see if they used any of their products without permission. So I'm guessing this could go two ways.
Could that lead anywhere significant?
Yeah, because if OpenAI and Microsoft find out Deepseek really did use their technology, to produce this, then we might see all those tech stocks that took a nosedive start to pick up, because that recovery could get stronger, with that news. But if it goes the other way and Deepseek, we see their hands are clean, it might dump all over again.
But Laddie, should we be worried? Is there going to be any trickle effect to the local market here as a result of all?
For now, the local market, not much, because even on Monday when we had that deep rout, for most of those stocks, the NGX started with a bang. That's on that Monday, over 1% gain, but that has pulled back, yesterday. Then we see the markets also bracing for the US Fed's first meeting of 2025, and that's the first one under President Donald Trump. At this point, markets' consensus is they're expecting a pause, which could be either a dovish pause or a hawkish pause. Because at this time, we've seen the U.S. Fed, they've been cutting rates, since 2024, and we're expecting they might cut rates even more. But investors were pricing in like a 4 rate cuts, in 2025, but they're saying it might be 2, at this point. And we know how risk assets don't like rate hikes. So that's what investors are bracing for this meeting, the first one. We've heard from Donald Trump. He's saying he wants interest rates down. Is Jerome Powell going to bow to his music? We have to watch, all of that.
We'll see how the Trump sentiment will affect that
exactly.
cut.
The earnings season, that's kicked off. At this point, earnings season, we're seeing some of the listed companies in Nigeria. Yesterday, I did a deep dive on some consumer goods stocks. We're seeing some kind of recovery. 2023, 2024, most of them had huge FX losses, but we're seeing that ease, in the fourth quarter of 2024. So with the stability we've seen with the Naira, and hopefully that continues, that we might see some of these consumer goods stocks actually start to improve.
Are there any positive projections coming up for the back of the CBN code policy that has now been introduced yesterday?
Yeah, so that's actually helping at this point. FMs has been great, for the market, and we've been able to have that clarity. Everyone's seen, how the Naira is trading. And that's helping, with investor confidence, with the Naira. So it's helped keep the Naira stable, with the CBN governor did say the Naira has been stable since June, 2024. And we've seen that it's been trading in a range, and it's respected, that range. We don't see wild swings, to the downside or upside. That's for the Naira. So that's good, for business at this point. So looking at the cryptocurrency market, we're seeing Bitcoin also made a recovery. Bitcoin was also impacted on Monday by Deepseek.
Deepseek, right?
All risk assets, tech stocks, they were hit. So Bitcoin did dump to about $97,000.
That's huge.
Yeah, that was a big drop. So we're seeing a recovery there. So I'm guessing investors here are also watching what's going to play out with Microsoft's investigation on Deepseek. the investors watching out.
So however that
Definitely,
pans out,
yes, it will impact the crypto market.
It could gain or it could reduce,
exactly.
even crypto.
So investors need to watch out for that investigation. So Ethereum's not left out, $3,119. Then for yesterday, we saw the market, that's for the NGX, the local stock market, it closed in the red after starting the week with a big bang. Most of us thought that would continue, throughout the week, but we saw a pullback thanks to Dangote Cement shedding about 3.75% of share price, closing at 385 naira. Then we also had FBNH, that's one of the big banks there. FBNH, that was down about 5.49%, 29 naira 25 kobo. So investors now watching out for all of those earnings, coming out for most of these listed stocks, and that's driving sentiment. Investors are also positioning for dividends. So when you see some of these stocks go up, you see that investors see that, oh, we might have juicy dividends coming from that company, so let's pile some cash into that. So a lot to look out for is the midweek trading session, and definitely investors will be looking to make some money today with most of the news coming out.
Yeah, we're definitely relying on you for more tips on where to put in our funds before the end of the week. Exactly. Thank you so much, Laddie. Our business correspondent there, Laddie Williams, taking us through the stock.
Thank you, Bukol.
And from this point, we'll be back with more on the program. This time, we'll be looking at the entertainment sector, and particularly those who are trying to bring us some form of integration now on the continental and even the global level. So it promises to be an interesting conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.